G'day, welcome back to the channel. My name's Matt, but you will know me as WFX Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a guide rather than a tutorial. Not sure what the difference is, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But essentially I'm going to be showing you how to trim the fat on that piece of bloatware we all love to hate called Windows 10. Let's get started. So I've been using Windows since version 3.11. That takes us back to the days of DOS. Now in that time, I've seen some great releases come out of Microsoft, but I've also seen some real stinkers. Now since I upgraded to Windows 95, I've managed to avoid every second release, and just by chance that happens to be all of those stinkers. So I missed 98, went to 2000, skipped ME, went to XP, dodged Vista, went to Windows 7, completely avoided the atrocity they call Windows 8 and 8.1, and I went to Windows 10. So what I've got for you today is a fresh, clean install of Windows 10 on one of my virtual machines. Now, I've used an old install disk. This is to simulate someone having a laptop and having to go through the restoration process where it loads Windows from the manufacturer's install in that recovery partition. Then I've gone to the trouble of doing all the updates. So update, restart, update, rinse, repeat until you've got it to the current build. Now I've installed nothing else on this. This is just what you get out of the box from Microsoft. There's no Office, there's no external browsers, no media software, no games, nothing. What I'm going to show you is how much wasted space and how much bloatware there is in a standard install of Windows. So first thing we're going to cover off is we're going to reduce the physical install size on your system disk. This information is more so going to be pertinent to people with an older laptop or perhaps someone that's got a smaller SSD as their system disk. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to cover off how to clean up that start bar. For anybody who used to use Windows in previous versions like Windows 7 will appreciate the power of the start menu. Windows 8, they completely got rid of it, and then Windows 10, they said, we're sorry, we'll give it back because you guys want it. And they didn't really give it back, did they? They gave us this half version. It's got these tiles, which is good because you can sort of add things to there, but you can quickly flood this with a bunch of icons you don't recognize. Then you've got this big, ever-long scrolling list of applications in alphabetical order. Sometimes it's in the manufacturer's directory name, not the application name. But anyway, let's go to Windows Explorer. Let's right-click on our system disk and go to Properties. As you can see there, we've used up 37 gig. Now we're going to go to Clean Up Disk, and you notice you can't clean up a lot. So click on the Clean Up My System Files. This will take a little bit to load. I've sped this up for you guys, so you're not sitting there watching a bar. We're going to scroll down through this list and get rid of all the big ticket items. There's a particular one we want to get rid of. It's called Previous Windows Installations. That's right. Even though you've only had Windows 10, it's upgraded to a newer build, and it's created a backup version of this. So click Delete Files, get rid of it. Yeah, accept all the little warnings. We're going to go back and have a look at our system disk, because in that main directory, there's another directory called windows.old. That's this old backup version of Windows. Like, you're going to want to roll back to an unsupported version of Windows 10. We're going to let this go through. This is going to take a little bit. Then we're going to open up PowerShell, and you want to open this up as administrator. We're going to run a command here. I'm going to chuck all these commands down in the description, but we're going to run Get-AppxPackage. This is going to show us all the Windows install applications. And we can refine this list by going to Get-AppxPackage pipe select name. And that'll just get rid of all of that extra information we don't need and just give us the name of the applications. I have got another way of refining this. I'll show you that later on when we get to it, but let's not make this a big PowerShell lesson. Then we're going to go to our settings and we're going to go to applications. We're just going to uninstall as much as we can. Now, not everything is going to allow you to uninstall it from here. And as you can see by the size of these applications, you're not saving huge amounts of space. Most of these are just shortcuts to install the applications. So 16 kilobyte and 57 kilobyte, not saving huge amounts of space, but we're cleaning up our working space. By getting rid of all of these, we're now taking them away from that start menu, and we're going to turn that into more of a useful scrolling list of applications we actually want to use. Look at some of these applications. I've never used any of these. I don't think anyone's ever clicked on one of these, and I don't think anyone ever actually will with some of them. This is going to vary for different people. So what we're going to do here is we're going to refine this list by going to Get-AppxPackage pipe where non-removable hyphen equals, in brackets false, pipe select name. This way we're only showing a list of applications. I didn't do it in this example, and I should have. We're only showing applications we can remove, and we're showing them just by their name. Now what we're going to do is we're going to type in Get-AppxPackage, the application name, pipe Remove-AppxPackage. We're going to do this one by one for all of them. So if you want to make a list of what you want to uninstall, you can do. There's also a wildcard version of this. So Get-AppxPackage star, some of the application names star, pipe Remove-AppxPackage. Now, this can run you into trouble if you're using that refined version of the non-removable, because there might be more than one type of application in there. You're going to get these pink errors. Yellow errors are okay. That's just a warning. That's sort of information. Pink is a warning. Red is a, uh-oh, you've made a huge mistake. So if you see any red warnings, you've done something wrong. Don't stress about the pink ones. It's just telling you you can't uninstall that application. So as you can see, I'm going through a lot of these and I'm putting in the star. You can highlight these. As you can see, I've managed to speed things up by highlighting the whole thing rather than hitting backspace. And look at that start menu. Isn't that nice and clean? Going back, and we're now using 16.2 gigabytes of space. That's a lot better than the original, 40 something gigabytes. So I hope this has helped you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope this has helped remove a lot of crap from your system disk, save you more space for applications you're actually going to use. If you have liked it, if it has helped you, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Plenty more tutorials coming. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video.